What's happening, everybody? Greetings and welcome. Let's Aquaba, as they say in Ghana, which means welcome. How y'all doing today? Hopefully, you're having a good day. But let's make it a better day by talking about going to the motherland. Let me know who is in the room here tonight. Let me know one if you've ever been in one of these Zoom sessions with us before. If you haven't, give me a one in the comments and your location. If you have, give me a two or more in your name and location. And then also let me know if you've ever been to Africa. Give me give me an A in the comments if you've been to Africa, and let me know where. And if you haven't, just give me a no. That's cool. All right, so I'm just wondering who is in the room and having a little engagement with y'all as we warm up to talk about going to Ghana. I remember the first time touching down. That was my first time to the continent. Was actually my trip to Ghana. So I'm wondering, are there any people like that? Like, will this be your first trip to the continent? And what makes you want to go? Right? Okay, lived in Kenya. All right, welcome, Brenda. Appreciate you. Yeah, what kind of triggers your interest on wanting to go to not only the continent, but going to Ghana in particular? So let me know about those things in the comments. Let me pull up my presentation. I'm in the south suburbs of Chicago, Illinois today. And we are going to have this discussion here today. All right, so I'm gonna go through the presentation, but go through the information, and then as I definitely leave room for Q&A, or if you have any questions, you can always drop them down in the comments. Oh, before I start, let me remind you, okay, if you don't know Urban Intellectuals, we do a lot around here in the organization. I'll give you a little bit of insight to what that means in particular. But next week, we have an Everyday AI Summit coming up for the Black community, right? So we're talking about artificial intelligence and how we can benefit from it in our community. This is a free summit, so I just wanted to make sure I bring that to your attention to get you to come on and join us next week for that. And then also, I want to extend the invitation to join our Sankofa universe, which I see the link didn't pop up there. I want you to join our Sankofa universe, but this is our social media network, right? So instead of just depending on Facebook, we've decided to build out our own platform. It's small right now. We literally got 275 people on the platform. So come on over and click and start to engage with us. But we're sharing a lot of information about what we do and the global African diaspora over there. All right. So that was like my little advertising bit in the front here. Let me dive into this discussion here around travel, right? So I want to welcome you to our Sankofa experiences. That's what we call the travel arm of our company. But let me warm up with a little bit of video. All right, welcome to Sankofa Experiences. Again, this is the travel experience arm of Urban Intellectuals. But this was all born in October of 2022. This was our inaugural trip to Egypt. We took 40 members of the community on this particular excursion. This is my dad and I overlooking the Nile River there in Cairo, Egypt on that first trip. He's 93 in this picture. On this trip. So any of you who, you might think that, your time or this opportunity has passed, let me tell you, it hasn't. So for you to come and still have this experience here on the continent of Africa, but we want you to join with us. So who's talking to you? My name is Freddie Taylor. I'm the CEO and founder of Urban Intellectuals, and Black history is my life, right? It's really the center point of what we do here, Urban Intellectuals. I had an opportunity to speak on Black history and culture at these wonderful places: Blue Cross Blue Shield, NPR, All Black National Convention, and more. But I say the story of urban intellectuals and my story really starts almost 100 years ago with the young man that I mentioned earlier. This is my dad here behind me. He was born in 1929, and his love of history imparting its importance on me led to this movement we call urban intellectuals, which we founded in 2015. But this is Dad and I. They're in Ghana, so this is one of the dungeons in Cape Coast, Ghana. That's the door of no return behind us there. But it was our first experience on the continent of Africa was to Ghana. And as this picture hangs in my living room, and I always think about people need to have this experience that you have, not only there in Ghana, but in particular in these dungeons. As horrid as that might sound, there's a lot of empowerment there. But it's always a reminder that we want to share this with our community. But anybody seen these? Have you seen our Black History flashcards? Give me in the comments if you've seen these or if you have a deck. First time in your group, living in Columbus, Ohio. Hey, all right, 6 or 7 time in the motherland of Africa. I love it, Melvin. All right, we got an experienced traveler. But these are our flagship product here at Urban Intellectuals. This is our Black History flashcards. Again, we established the company in December of 2015. So we are 9 years old, going on 10 years in business. In 2017, we introduced these Black History flashcards, and since then, we sold over 500,000 decks, 200,000 customers, all 50 states, 64 countries around the world. But this interview here on the news kind of gives you a better insight into the company and everything that we do here leading into the travel experience. One second.
First, tell us about Urban Intellectuals. What is this?
Our Urban Intellectuals makes it fun and easy to learn Black history. That is our mission. That is our core responsibility. And we created a suite of Black history products and services designed to rewrite the narrative about Black and African people in the world.
Obviously very important. How'd you come up with the idea for Urban Intellectuals?
Oh, I love to say that it started almost 100 years ago because my father's 95 years old and he's still alive, born in 1929, but he instilled in me the importance of understanding our history and our culture and the pride and respect that it instills inside of us. And while my children were matriculating through the school district, I couldn't believe that the limited discussion about the contributions to humanity that Black people have made were minuscule at best. And I kept thinking somebody should do something, somebody should do something. In 2016, I became somebody.
You were the somebody that did something, right? And typically, probably the conversations were in February.
Yes, typically centered around February, centered around the same 8 to 12 people every single year, which no disrespect to them and their contributions, which is amazing, but there's so much more glorious.
A lot more. Okay, so you've got a very cool product.
Thank you.
That kind of makes it fun, right? Makes it fun. Tell me about your flashcards.
Our Black History flashcards feature 52 cards in each deck. There's actually 6 in the series, so we have
6 volumes.
6 volumes in the series.
Cards,
so we're really expanding the conversation centered around Black and African contributions to humanity. I like to have that conversation because this is really the story of the world, right? Black history is world history, and too often it's the missing pages of world history. So
and I see on here 1968 Olympics.
Yes.
Bessie Coleman, Black Wall Street. So just all different things to kind of bring it to light.
Bring it to light, and expand the conversation in a easy to understand format. Because on the back of the cards are just simple bullet pointed information about the people. And the first time that you're exposed to it, it just opens your mind and makes you more curious and thirsty for it.
Who are these for?
These are for just about everyone. We have people who are using them with their young children, as young as 18 months, all the way to 95. I'll cap it there with my father's age because most of us aren't exposed to this information, so it's new to all of us.
And you also have playing cards. That's fun.
Yes, so we infuse Black history and culture into everything that we do. So instead of playing with a regular deck of playing cards, we have powerful Black imagery weaved into the playing card deck.
Exposure. What is this? This looks like fun.
Yes.
I don't know how you do a mystery puzzle, though.
You don't know what the finished product looks like, so that's the challenge, but I can tell you there's Black history wrapped up inside.
Sure, okay. Is it all the same, or is every box different?
The future editions will be different. This particular one is the same right now, but as we expand the line, we're definitely going to do more.
Right. And what else? You guys aren't just in the playing card and flashcard business.
Oh, no, no. We actually have 19 physical products centered around Black history and culture, but we take it a step further and we have classes that we teach live Black history to children inside of the Sankofa Club. You can see that at sankofaclub.com, and to adults as well inside of our Sankofa Circle. But we don't stop there. Yeah. We actually take people on Black history travel experiences to Africa and beyond.
That's so great. Yeah. What do people, how do people, when they come back from something like that, how do they?
Oh, you're
speechless,
totally, speechless, totally transformed. Because it's one thing to learn about the history and the culture. It's another thing to go see it and experience it for yourself. Be exposed to the food, the culture, the people. It's just a beautiful conversation. You come back changed.
Yeah, I bet. And you've been on several of these, I presume.
I have. Yeah. I have. I really enjoy it. I love watching the people have these experiences and go through these breakthroughs and breaking down the misconceptions about the contributions of Black and African people to the world.
Where can we go for more information about Urban Intellectuals?
You can go to urbanintellectuals.com, and on all platforms we are Urban Intellectuals.
Okay.
Excellent. Perfect. So I feel like that gives like a good overview of everything that we do here at Urban Intellectuals. So it gives you a nice insight into the company and everything that we have to offer. But it hasn't always been a bed of roses, right? Everything hasn't gone well over the last 9 years. In fact, in 2023, we had a disaster in Target. We were in every Target in the country. But when we pushed our people to go inside, in many of the stores, we weren't even on the shelves, right? They had us in the back. It was just like a big fiasco that really didn't reflect well on the company, if I'm being frank, right? Because we told our people that we were there, but then when they go to Target and not see us, right, it's just kind of a letdown. But, you know, we had a good, strong community, and they asked the managers, and they would eventually bring the cards out front. It was just a crazy misunderstanding. But that's part of business, right? Things don't always go right for you. We mentioned the Sankofa Club. Again, this is where we teach Black history to children through our platform and with our teachers and our professors. We do the same with adults through our Sankofa Circle. And these are people that are dedicated to spreading the love of history and culture with our community. But I mentioned all of this not to impress you, but to impress upon you that at our core, we are a Black history empowerment company. Like, this is who we are. This is what we do. This is what we are about 24/7. This is not, we're not doing this because it's the hot topic. We're not doing this because Trump is in office. As I mentioned, we've been at this since 2015, before he even got into office. And if you know anything about business, the first year you incorporate ain't the first year that you're operating, right? So I've been at this for a long time, but this is where we have settled. And that word Sankofa that you keep hearing, right? Sankofa Club, Sankofa Circle, Sankofa Experiences. That word is prominent in the organization for a reason, because Sankofa is from the Twi language out of Ghana, the Akan people. That means to go back and get it. Go back and get your history, go back and get your culture, and bring it forward with you into your future and make it part of your future. So that's why you will see Sankofa etched in the middle of everything that we are doing. That is the feeling, that's the vibe, and that is the disposition that we have. We want to make sure that we're bringing our history and our culture into our future, and we've been doing that through our Sankofa experiences, right? So this is where we bring Black history travel experiences alive. And since we started in 2022, when you seen that first picture, we've taken on 10 African countries, taken 36 trips and 425 people on these life-changing experiences. The organization, we just got back from Morocco late last month. Early in the month, I was on the trip to Ethiopia. We went for the first time. It was a glorious experience to be in East Africa, and just anywhere on the continent is really fruitful and powerful, right? So this is us and some of the trips around the continent, but enjoying and learning and continuing to grow and connecting the diaspora. This is Dad and I. He's my international travel buddy. But this is us in Morocco on the left there. He's 88 years young in that picture. He's 93 in the center in Egypt. That was our inaugural trip. And this is us last year before he turned 95. He's 94. In August, we were in Havana, Cuba, warming up that experience. But why travel with Sankofa experiences, what really sets us apart and makes us different. And I would say that it really boils down to the people that we attract on the trip because of the content of the organization, right? We attract a certain type of people who are serious about not only traveling, not only about having a good time, but about reconnection, about the history, about the culture. This isn't like a party trip, right? This isn't like margaritas on the beach, which, you know, you can have a couple of margaritas, margaritas, right? You can have a couple of beverages or wine or whatever it is that you like, or um, or you know, some of the local flavors, some of the local juices and mangoes, right? Oh my God, I love mangoes in West Africa. But it's just a different type of experience when you're traveling with like-minded people, and that's one thing that we offer here at Urban Intellectuals. And then particularly, yeah, the Aisha story, it always reminds me of that. We were cruising down the Nile, right? So if you come to Egypt with us, there's a 3-day cruise down the Nile, and then one of our boats, you know, there are boats parked next to each other, and Aisha was on a different tour with a different group of people. Let's just say that wasn't as melanated as everyone on this call, right? And she found herself and her mother to be like one of the owners there, right? But on top of this boat in this middle of this cruise, right, there's a pool area, and you know, there's music, and folks are sitting around, and we're around the pool having fun and engaging like Black people do, talking about the experience, the sights, taking in the sights of Egypt. And Aisha is on the boat across from us. She wanders over to the border and was saying that, man, she wished she would have traveled with us because it's a different experience. It's a different experience to travel with your own people, and you have similar and shared experiences, especially on powerful trips like coming back to the continent, right? So these are some of the reasons I feel like maybe you should consider traveling with us. But the destination overview, let's dive a little bit into Ghana. I know that's why y'all came, but I wanted to make sure that I properly introduce the company and all that we do so you can understand how we got to this moment of taking people on trips to the continent and beyond, right? And I say the continent and beyond because we started out with Africa, but we just opened up Brazil. We're headed to Brazil in September on, again, a Black History travel experience, right? This isn't about beaches and partying, right? This is about chasing the history and the culture. But I'm really excited to be involved with this project and exposing our community to these places. Let me be quiet and play a little bit of the video so you can see some of the experience. Then we can get into the details and get any of your questions answered.
Welcome to the lively and hospitable nation of Ghana. As you disembark the Kotoka International Airport, your thrilling journey commences. Bid farewell to the hassle of arranging taxis or rental cars. Our team has organized a comfortable private shuttle to swiftly transport you to your hotel. Once you've settled into your cozy accommodations, take a moment to acquaint yourself with our amicable tour team. They'll walk you through the exciting itinerary ahead, ensuring you are fully prepared for the days ahead. With confirmed pickup times and a day schedule in hand, you'll have the remainder of the afternoon to unwind and gear up for the adventures ahead. Tonight, dive into the vibrant colors of Ghana with a delightful dinner at a nearby eatery. Whether your palate prefers vegetarian, vegan, or savory delights, the menu caters to all tastes. It's the perfect chance to sample the culinary wonders that await you on this. Fortunately for you, there's no need to worry about converting your money. Our team will be on hand to assist you every step of the way, ensuring you have the local currency required for your adventures in Ghana. Our exploration truly commences as we delve into the historic thoroughfares of Ghana, Ghana's bustling capital. From the lively, brimming markets to the fresh produce and colorful textiles to the rhythmic beats of the authentic Ghanaian drumming lessons, every corner offers a glimpse into the rich fabric of Ghanaian culture. We'll pay homage to some of the iconic sites, such as Kwame Nkrumah's Memorial Museum, Black Star National Square, and the independence art symbol of Ghana's illustrious history and promising future.
Along the way, we'll indulge in delectable dishes at local entrees, at local eateries, ensuring you're energized for the day's escapades. Our next destination is Kumasi, the esteemed heart of the Ashanti Kingdom. Hop aboard a swift domestic flight from Accra, leaving all the arrangements in our capable hands. Upon arrival, to be enveloped into an enduring tradition of the Ashanti people, embark on a journey to the traditional Ardara village for authentic kente weaving and stamping printing encounter, then venture to a nearby cocoa plant to unravel the mysteries behind Ghana's globally acclaimed cocoa beans. The day concludes with your very own Ashanti naming ceremony and experience to cherish forever. Connect with nature amidst the lush landscapes and the picturesque Avery Botanical Gardens, just a short distance from Accra, amidst verdant foliage and vibrant blossoms. Take a moment to relax and relish in the Ghana's natural beauty. Journey to Cape Coast, where history reverberates through the stories and alleys. Trace the footsteps of the enslaved captives at the Slave River and the enslaved dungeons, bearing witness to Ghana's tumultuous past while honoring the resilience of its people. To rejuvenate amidst Ghana's natural splendor, embark on an exhilarating canopy walk at Cocoon National Park. Traverse narrow bridges, suspended high above the forest floor amidst the lush greenery. For those seeking tranquility, an outdoor lounge beckons. Return to Accra and indulge in some retail therapy at the bustling Makola Markets on Oxford Street. From vivid textiles to traditional handcrafts, there's a plethora of treasures awaiting discovery. If shopping isn't your forte, unwind at the hotel or delve into the city's vibrant nightlife and fashion scene. Before bidding adieu to this captivating land, venture into the Shy Hills resource reserves for one last adventure with Ghana's natural allure. Explore the rugged terrain, the diverse wildlife, soaking in the tranquility of its surroundings. As your odyssey draws to a close, savor the precious moments forged in Ghana, whether you're homeland bound or onto your next escapade. We eagerly anticipate welcoming you back on another Sankofa experience by urban intellectuals. Until we meet again, safe.
All right, so that's a little bit of a little video insight into the trip ahead, but let's dive further into the details if you're ready for this life-changing experience to take the trip to Ghana. So I talked a bit about why travel with us. You got to travel with other Black people, experience the motherland from an Afrocentric focus, travel in safety with experienced and trusted operators, guides, and staff, connect with your history. See what the world has to offer outside the U.S. now more than ever. Experience a culture like nothing you've ever experienced before, but also feel like you just came home. Find a new family. Our previous guests have created bonds of a lifetime. The trip is one thing, but the community that you get along the way is just really an added bonus. Again, the people that we're traveling with. Here is part of the feeling that you will get.
In America, my name is Crystal Taylor, and I was born and raised in East St. Louis, Illinois, and currently live in the south suburbs of Chicago. But just now today, I have been given my Ghanaian name of Adwa Mansa. It's Adwa Mansa. Adwa Mansa. Adwa Mansa. And today, when I saw what was going to happen on this trip, I knew that this would be the moment that would break me. Because I wanted to be here for so long. And at 46, I'm finally actualizing this dream. And I feel such a connection, such a warmth and welcome from our African family. And it means so much because in America, we've been taught that we're not liked here, we're not wanted here. But there's been nothing but love and excitement to see us And today, to be given my name from the village chiefs, I can't explain how it feels. And I can't stop crying because it feels so good. Because I feel so loved here. It feels like home. And I'm just grateful. I'm really glad that I've had this experience. And I just couldn't ask for anything else.
It feels like home. So I think you'll, if you haven't been, I think that's the feeling that a lot of our guests end up leaving with. It feels like home. So, all right, here's some of the frequently asked questions. Are these trips child friendly? Yes, we've taken the children there. Are there children discounts? Yes, children ages 5 to 11 during the time of travel are 40% off. We don't have babysitters and all of that. So it's definitely your responsibility. Are these trips adult friendly? Yes, absolutely. You've seen my father on the trips. And so it's not only adult friendly, it's senior friendly as well. Is there a lot of physical movement? There is. But if you decide that you want to tap out and you want to sit out one of the activities, that is totally fine as well. International airfare included? No, it is not. So we'll pick you up when you land in Accra Airport, International Airport. What languages do they speak? English. Fortunately and unfortunately, right? Unfortunately is colonization. Children under 5 is free if they sleep in the parents' room, again, at the time of travel. Airfare is based on requirements, so additional charges for luggage and seating may be attributed to. This trip is not catered for children under 5, right? So it's your responsibility to keep them with you occupied as needed. During this trip, there is a inter-country flight that is included. So we will be staying mostly in Accra, but we're going to fly for a trip up to Kumasi, which is in the center region of Ghana, and the home of the Ashanti people, to have that experience. Do you pair guests? No, we do not. Can non-American citizens join the trip? Yes, they may. How much money will you need on a trip? I think we need to up that $300 to $500. I think about $500 to $700, $400 to $700. I'll say it's probably best if you know you're a shopper. Bring more cash. Yeah, if you're a shopper, definitely bring more cash. There is opportunity to use your card in some places, but when we're out in the markets, no, it's not advised. And we'll give you a culture training leading into all of this and talk about all this stuff in more depth in detail. Is travel insurance automatically included? No, but we recommend that you get canceled anytime travel insurance with medical. I want to throw that on there as well. We insure everything in our life, so these trips are not free, right? So we definitely want to make sure that you're insuring your trip and your experience. Can you add somebody to your room later? Yes, so you can lock in your spot tonight. And then if you find a relative or a friend that you want to add to the room, you can do that later and then join the double occupancy. Can I purchase the excursions later? You don't have to worry about that. Everything is included. Which airline should I use? Everything depends, right? How much do you want to spend? Do you want to go direct? Do you buy an indirect flight with it being a little bit more affordable? So it just kind of depends. Which city do I fly into? Accra, Ghana, so Accra International Airport. What time to land? The ideal time, I would say, is between 12 and 4. If you're in the mornings, that's fine. Whatever time you land, the earlier the better, in my opinion, because I want you to hurry up and get acclimated to the time change as soon as possible. So I think landing earlier is always better, but you will share your flight information with us so that we know when to be at the airport to pick you up and when to take you back to the airport so you can make your return flight. Vaccinations involved. Yellow fever is the only vaccination that is involved. And if you had it in the last 10 years, you are fine. You can get a medical exemption. That's the only exemption that we're aware of, but that would need to come from your doctor. Can you drink the water? No, we don't recommend drinking the water. We recommend bottled water everywhere we go. So you keep that in mind. Unless we're at the hotels, right? And then we'll let you know if it is filtered water, then you'll be fine, right? So again, just tap in and make sure that you're paying attention. And if not, in every question asked, right? And somebody from the team will assist you. Visa is needed to enter Ghana. We'll provide you with information and details about walking through that process. And again, yellow fever is required unless you have a certificate from your doctor.
My name is Ya Anima. That was the name I was given today. It was an honor to experience the naming ceremony and be given an African name. This is a once-in-a-lifetime blessing. I am grateful. I am overjoyed. I was full of emotions. My experience will be one that I would never forget, life-changing. I see the children walking around. They remind me, I can see myself in them as a child growing up, being that I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, in the low country line area of Johns Island. So this here, it kind of like takes me back into time before they developed, because I grew up on a dirt road. I grew up on a farm. We grew vegetables in farms, so I can relate to this environment here. So it was an honor.
Yeah, definitely good experiences all around, and one that we definitely want to share with you.
Don't want to mislead. This is all you need. Be your everything, yeah, I'll be your everything. Still too soon to feel. Please just say it's real. More than just a thrill, not just in it for the thrill. I'm in it for the love, cause love it needs to touch it. You're pressing on my buttons, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love, cause love it needs to touch it. You're pressing on my buttons, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love.
Please welcome to Ashanti region. This is Menchia Palace. This is the museum section.
Yeah, so that's just a more of a shot of what you're going to see when you have the experience. Don't worry if you are vegan or vegetarian, there is food for you as well. All right, what's included in the tour? So ground transportation to and from the scheduled destinations does not include international airfare. Again, we're going to pick you up from the airport, get you to the hotel, get you checked in and settled, and then take you to the airport when it's time to leave, and make sure that you get on your flight and get going. Double occupancy or single occupancy. Hotel upgrades are available upon request. Additional fees will apply. There's Wi-Fi, there's a spa, there's a cash bar, there's a restaurant, room service, fitness center, swimming pool, meeting rooms, air conditioned, wheelchair accessible, and breakfast is included here on the trip as well. What's not included is your passport, your visa, your vaccinations. I saw something about malaria. No, the malaria is not required. Now you're going to see a list of recommendations on what to take. You're going to have to make a decision on what you want, but I haven't heard of a malaria shot, or at least I haven't seen that. I know about the malaria pills, so I'm not sure about that. Travel insurance is not included. Travel insurance with medical is not included. Drinks, lunch, and dinner are not included, and then any gratuities that you might want to share. All right, so what does the investment look like? For double occupancy is $49.99 per person. For single occupancy is $59.99 per person. And for the children ages 5 to 11 is $29.99. And they're just required a $199 deposit tonight. So you will put that down and then you will be able to see your monthly payments leading up to the trip. But this could be you, right? Will you be our next African success story? But here are the dates that we are talking about. We have 2 trips left to Ghana in 2025. So that's November 14th through the 29th. And then December 27th through January the 4th. So that is a New Year's in Africa experience there if you wanted to have that. And then next year, we're looking at November 17th through the 24th. And then December 29th through January the 5th. So those are our dates that we are going into Ghana over the next couple of years. So if you're interested in one of these trips, make sure that you pack up and get your spot, get your locations, get your time sorted and settled. Sister Ashley will drop the link in a moment. But there's just one thing missing. The only thing missing is you, right? So again, this trip is not for you if you're not ready to make a connection to the continent, if you're not ready to explore life outside of America, if you're not ready to connect with the ancestors and that spirit that you're going to feel during this trip. But this is for you if you feel like this is your time. This is for you if you feel like you've been putting this off long enough, right? This is for you if you're looking for to travel with the right group and the right community to create that bond and that experience. It's a trip of a lifetime. So how much is it worth? Of course, it is a priceless opportunity for sure. Here's just a little bit more on why you should join.
How about a rooftop pool in the sky in Ghana? Accra, Ghana. Check out our Black History Travel experience here in Ghana. Yeah. Don't make me ever leave, huh? Wow. Hey, dear America.
We ain't never coming home.
Never coming home again.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. What? Y'all want me to leave this? Nobody wants to leave this. Real talk. This is beautiful, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about, living in the continent of Africa. My wife and I have dual citizenship, and we are definitely going back. Can't wait to get there. Ghana is amazing. This is the Urban Intellectuals Travel Movement, Black History Travel Experience. Let's go grocery shopping in the motherland.
Get a little bit of all the experiences, right? I always find that people are fascinated.
Ghana. This is what it looks like when you are grocery shopping in Ghana, right? So this was on our Black History Travel Experience, the Urban Intellectuals Travel Movement tour to Ghana, right? We went to Accra, Ghana, Kumasi. We ended up in Cape Coast. We did a bunch of things while we were on this trip, but early in the trip, people wanted to grab some snacks and wanted to have an experience to see what it's like to go shopping, grocery shopping in Ghana, right? So this is us going through the aisles there at the grocery store. This is in Accra, Ghana, just grabbing some snacks and items. This is what it looks like. So
that's just a little bit of some of the side experiences, right? Some people wanted to make sure that they had snacks for the bus rides to and from the different places. So what better way to have that experience to go into a grocery store, right? And you can kind of see that it's not much different It's definitely
How
different than
about
what
a
we've been
rooftop
taught,
pool
right?
in
So
the
I'll
Let's
say
go.
that.
Grocery
But
shop.
that's part of the experience. But if all this did was gave you an opportunity to reconnect with the motherland, you got to ask yourself, would it be worth it, right? If all this did was gave you an opportunity to decolonize your mind and figure out that somebody's been lying to us on both sides of the water, would it be worth it? And then it's just coming down to a matter of making a decision on if you're ready to join us on one of these trips, because all it takes is $199 down to lock in your spot. And then you will see your monthly payment leading up to the trip. The balance will need to be paid 30 days before the trip starts. Again, it's 40. The numbers changed on me, Ashley. I think it's $49.99. I saw that for single occupancy. So 55.74 for single occupancy, and then 29.25 for the children's discount. $199 down. So raise your hands if you are securing your spot tonight to one of these slots. The only question you need to be asking yourself is, are you worth it? Is it your time? You've been poured into everyone else. Is it time for you to pour into yourself and your experiences? If so, consider coming to Ghana, right? Let's check this off your list and have this experience out here and take action, right? Like the sister says here.
This is a message to any Black person worldwide. I think if you are going on vacation to Tulum and Cabo, that's great. But if you have an opportunity, a chance, a moment to visit Africa, Ghana, Lagos, Tanzania, Ethiopia, then you should take that chance. There's nothing like being surrounded by Black people, understanding your culture, feeling welcome, feeling safe. It's nothing like what America will teach you that it is. It's something that what we learned about is it's better, it's bigger, it's beautiful, the people are kind. So I encourage you to go understand your roots, find your people, and love them the way that they would love you. Wow.
I love that. Find your people, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do. So you come on and join us, right? So here's your next steps. Decide on which dates that you want. Click the link below, put down your $199 per person, and start getting ready for your Black History travel experience, right? Book tonight, and again, it's just $199, and that will lock in your space. If you have any questions, you can drop them down in the comments, or you can raise your Zoom hand. I'll make sure that I get them answered. Sister Ashley, if you could let me know what comments I'm missing.
Aquaba, good people, welcome to Ghana. This is our Black History travel experience in the motherland. We're rolling in to do some shopping and have some cultural experiences. Those are beautiful masks. I love those things. But it was a lot of other great shops. We were getting a drumming lesson on this particular leg of the experience. This brother here had a lot of personality. Really did a great job engaging us in the audience and teaching us how to properly do the African drumming. It was really a great experience. Sisters and brothers was enjoying it, dancing, engaging with the vibe, something that you really must see for yourself. So we want to definitely invite you to the Urban Intellectuals Travel Movement and our Black History travel experiences. It is like no other, and I promise you that you're going to enjoy it. You'll be safe. You'll have a lot of fun in a great environment with some wonderful people. But the only thing that's missing is you.
The only thing that's missing is you. Again, here are your dates up on the screen. And I see, is there hiking involved? If so, how many miles? And how about the malaria shot? Again, I'm not sure about the malaria shot, but malaria pills are part of the advisory by the, what's the travel arm of the United States government? There's always they're going to give you a laundry list of things, but you just have to make a decision on what you want to take. The only thing that's required is the yellow fever shot within 10 years. That is actually required to get in. Everything else is suggested and up to you. I saw another question. Malaria. Oh, hiking. Is there any hiking involved? Well, you saw the canopy walking. There's no official hiking, right? Sometimes, depending on the experience, we may do, I guess it is like towards the end, a little bit of hiking. I would say it's probably a half mile, maybe something like that, right? It's a little challenging walk to go up, but when you get up in Shy Hills and get an opportunity to see the view and learn the history of the area, it's definitely worth the effort. But we have people that went to that moment and decided not to do it, right? And stay either on the bus or stay sitting in the area, in the like park area. So any of that is totally fine. New train and subway system. Will we experience riding on this? Not unless we change things leading up over the next year or so, right? On the itinerary. But I can tell you this: you are free to take off, right, and go and have an experience if you like. We've had people that know individuals in Ghana take a day or two off from the trip and hang out with friends and family, or go see something that they really wanted to do, or whatever their case may be. And then, especially on any free time, you're definitely have an opportunity to do that as well. So again, the dates November 14th through the 22nd this year, and then December 27th through January 4th for the New Year's experience next year, November 17th through the 24th, and December 29th through the 5th. So those are the dates and the options. Again, Ashley, we got to get that number right. It's $49.99 and then $55.74, $29.25, and $199 is the deposit. Okay, so are there any questions for me? Let me know. Again, you can raise your Zoom hand if you have any direct questions. Do you see other Black tour groups during the tour? Where did that go? I mean, that's possible when we are at the dungeons, or that's possible when we're at any of the tour sites, right? There'll be other Black folks there having experiences. So I would imagine it just depends, right? Depends on the time. And I can't tell you what anyone else's schedule is. How much on an average will we spend on meals? $12 to $20 would be my guesstimation, depending on what you eat. You know, are you adding adult beverages to the meal? Like, what it depends. It just kind of depends. But I would say about $12 to $20 would be a typical meal. And you'll get all of the experience, right? So we'll eat some local dishes, but when we go to places, you'll have a variety of options, from vegan options, vegetarian options, pescatarian options, meat lovers, right? People who want to try the local cuisine, and then even familiar American food, right? So we try to go to a place where everyone has an option. What usually happens, oh, okay, I see. Sorry. Thank you, Ashley. What usually happens is, in the beginning, you're a bit hesitant, right? In the beginning, you're sticking to foods that are familiar to you. You're just trying to test your way along this thing. Then towards the end, you know, you full-fledged Ghanaian, eating your jollof properly, and enjoying the delicacies in the community, right? All right, got another. Okay, got answered that question. Oh, each trip has a different price. That's right. That's right. Okay. So we need to identify it on the slides, Ashley, moving forward. That's right. So trips this year in 2025 are cheaper, are I can't say cheaper, are less expensive than trips in 2026, right? The world is going up, right? Everything, prices are going up. So the longer we delay, the prices are going up. That was the difference. So thank you for that, Ashley, and getting me right. So again, either way, it's just $199 down. But when you go ahead and sign up, when you click the link, you make your decision. All right, I'm going to go for a single. You'll see the $199 deposit, and then you'll see the monthly transactions, or the monthly amount that you will pay leading up to the trip. Now, obviously, the further out the trip, the less amount that you'll pay on the monthly leading up to the trip. But if it's the sooner it is, you know, the larger the payments. You can always pay it off at any time. You don't have to follow or adhere to the schedule. There's no prepayment penalty. All right, got me together there. You're welcome, Sharon, for the info. Yeah, the price will be based on will change based on the day. Thank you for that, Ashley. Can I find a trip itinerary anywhere online? Yes, Jay. Go ahead and click the link, sankofeexperiences.com/travel Ghana, and then on there you will see the itinerary there as well, leading up to the trip. You know, obviously not down to the times, right? And I got it. Let me just say, there are some things that are not on there that are baked into the trip as surprises, right? So we try to give you an idea of what you're going to see, but we try to add enough of an element of surprise that you just really appreciate the journey and the experience. It really builds on itself, right? You get there, you get acclimated, get used to the hotel. We tour across city. You have a good time. You start to meet the people that you're traveling with. We have a welcome reception. You start to open up, listening to folks starting to build and forming bonds. We do a little bit of shopping. We go around the monuments in the city. We see W.B. Du Bois's home and museum, a mausoleum. We go visit Kwame Nkrumah Center and do some things around the city. It starts to build in depth, in experience. We're not just sticking to the big city of Accra. In Kumasi, you get to go out into the village and have an experience on that side of life. And it's just a well-balanced trip, right? To have those experiences, yeah, together. Yes, you click the link. Okay, you got that. Click the link and choose your date. Okay, yes. Is dual citizenship offered? If so, what is the process? Layla, dual citizenship is not part of it. And you know, up until this, what was this last year, earlier in the year, they forced through like 500 people. Ghana had like an election, right? And they like forced those people through before the new administration came. So I don't know what their policies are. I don't know. I don't have dual citizenship in Ghana. I have dual citizenship in Sierra Leone. And that was a different process. And that's just a different thing from these trips. Like we're not going for dual citizenship purposes, but I mean, you can get over there and definitely can learn about it. I know some people with the Ghanaian dual citizenship. I just haven't gotten it myself, not yet. Will we be at the same hotel? Yes, everyone will be at the same hotel. Yeah, so you'll see each other in the hallways, the lobbies, at lunch, at dinner, or mulling around the facilities. But it is a fun-filled trip. And the good thing about it, particularly if you're the planner of your group, is you can just relax and enjoy the experience, right? Because our team is there to make sure everybody is on time. Our team is communicating what we're doing the next day. We'll all download WhatsApp. And then we have a WhatsApp group where you're constantly being updated on what is transpiring, where you need to be and what times, and all of that, right? And while we are, boarding the buses together, we'll have multiple people there answering any questions that you need. We'll have our local historian and tour guides. It's just a beautiful trip. But when you get to, Slave River and get into those dungeons, it's a heavy experience. And I get a lot of people saying, well, I don't want to see that. I don't want to be there. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I know it's hard. You probably gonna cry. You grow up, you're gonna be scared. You're gonna go through every roller coaster of emotion I think that you possibly can go through. Just the disbelief. I don't know how long it's just gonna take you to not get over the disbelief, but just get past it so that you can have the next emotion on that roller coaster. And but it's something that you will never forget. And I think it's a really empowering experience. Because while you're learning about the hell, you got to remember that somebody survived it all. Right? Somebody had the intestinal fortitude to survive all of this hell on earth, for us to have these opportunities that we have. So I think you're going to leave out of there different. I know you're going to leave out of there different. Um, Yeah, but it's an amazing experience, and how the trip unfolds. Um, like I said, I don't want to ruin it, but I definitely want you to have this experience. I'll do my best to share more video, like from the tour, because I've been a number of times, particularly to Ghana, and I got a bunch of video. I should be sharing more, so I got to get up on that. All right, we'll be at the same hotel. Got that? Yeah, Slave Dungeons transformative. Yeah, for the better of self, it definitely is. I've been in a number of them, and it doesn't ever get any easier. But it's just a good reminder. I think we need it. Are there styles of clothing we should avoid wearing, like camouflage? Um, Layla, I've heard that. I'm a cute, so I always got me a pair of camouflage cargo pants, right? So I'll wear those. I've heard that, right? But now that I think about it, I've had it on, right? I wouldn't go jacket and hat and go full camo, right? Because you will see the soldiers out there. Um, but yeah, if you're concerned, then don't, right? As far as like just be respectful, right? Like we're going to somebody else's home. It's like coming into somebody's home and they say, take off your shoes. And you're like, I ain't taking off my shoes. Don't come in my house, right? Like that's how I kind of like how I look at it. So we're going into another country. If they have rules, we just abide by the rules, right? So you'll hear us a lot talking about leave America in America. This ain't America, right? If you want to visit America, just go to America, right? You're already here. Go somewhere else around in the country. But like, let's go and have this experience, um, and and reconnect and vibe with how they do things, right? And that's kind of the whole cultural point, right? So that we can start to bond and get to know one another and start to build bridges to connect, right? But once you really get into this, and you really get an opportunity to talk to the Africans there in the continent, you just start to learn so much. Like it never dawned on me that most Africans don't know what happened to us in the West. And that the first time I got into that conversation, I was like, well, how is that even possible? How would you not know about the slave trade? How would you not know about chattel slavery and the nonsense that happened to us in the islands and all up and down? Well, you don't know nothing. Like that's impossible to believe. And then the brother asked me, he said, well, tell me what's been going on here. And it kind of threw me because I don't know, right? Like I got like long time ago, know a little bit of history, but 1619, if you want to use that number, what has happened in Africa, in Ghana from 1619 to yesterday? Right? You don't know either, right? Like unless you intentionally done a deep dive, you don't just know that information. And as crazy as that sounds, you got to start to remember who was controlling the education on both sides of the water. Particularly in these countries, in America and in Ghana, it was the British for the longest. So here you go, got somebody standing in the middle telling you they don't like you and telling them they don't like you. You should stay away from them people. Somebody's benefiting from us being apart. And I think these trips are opening the door for reconnection in a lot different ways. Trump is reminding us you might need an exit plan. Now I know somebody's looking for dual citizenship. I get it. That's the exact reason. We got our second passport, right? So we got our Sierra Leone passport, right? So it got me into ECOWAS. I can travel a little bit around through Africa better, but I'm looking for more dual citizenships as well, particularly in this climate. So anyway, going to reconnect, right? Going to have that experience. And let me tell you, the food is spectacular, by the way. We are each other's missing parts. Yeah, exactly, Melvin. I love that. What percentage of your travelers are solo? Also, have any of the Ghanaians ever heard of the movie Roots? To start with the end, the movie Roots, again, the ones that have gone out of their way to educate themselves on what has happened to us on this side. And like one of the main tour guides, if you get Mr. Morris, one, he's amazing. right? Two, but this is the particular person that I was having this deeper discussion. And he said it wasn't until he started getting African American travelers that he realized he had to go educate himself on what happened. And like having that discussion is really interesting. So he is familiar, but I don't, it's not common knowledge. No, I don't think that's a common thing. What percentage of the travelers are solo? I would probably say as much as 30%. That's a good question, Ashley. I wonder if we could look that up. Not necessarily tonight, but there's a good number of people that say I can't get nobody to travel with me. I'm tired of waiting on folks. Life is passing me by. I want to have these experiences. I'm just gonna go by myself. What I can tell you is you're gonna go and you're gonna meet friends. You're going to meet like-minded individuals that wanted to have this experience as well, that want to connect with the culture, the community, the culture, the food, the people. And it's going to be a shared experience with other people that are concerned about our not only our history and our past, but our future, right? And reconnecting. So I think you're going to go and find your people. You're going to find your tribe when you get there. All right. Any additional questions for me? Oh, okay. Hey, Sora, how you doing? Layla? Hey, you always got to have a Delta on the trip, right? Like I was just on a trip in Ethiopia. Of course, there was a Delta. She was a retired teacher there. I was in the Ghana trip before that. There was a Delta there. Like, it's always some Deltas on the trip. You're always going to get a couple of them. All right, yeah, so go ahead and lock in your place on this trip. Again, just $199 down. AKA is better. Listen, they be on the trip too. My man, everybody be on the trip. Everybody be on the trip and definitely have a good time. And there's a little teasing that goes on, right? Okay, yeah, what's good, Melvin? Yeah, I love it. I love it. So definitely just a good adventure. There's some lighthearted fun there and all of that stuff. Then of course you got the HBCUs. You get the little rivalry in there, but generally we just come together and have an amazing experience. Together. But it's just a good opportunity to do something different, to expand, to come on to the motherland. So we are here ready to receive you coming either in 2025 or 2026. But this can be just your first trip, right? That first experience, that first taste of the service that we give. So we like to say that we extend, our customer service efforts here at Urban Intellectuals into our travel arm. So it'd definitely be a relaxing and engaging trip, right? Because we're taking care of all of the details for you, and all you have to do is take your pictures, get your video, take in your experiences, and connect with the history and culture. So, all right. Any final questions for me or Ashley? Did I miss anything? Y'all signing up? What we doing? You got any additional questions? If you're signing up, let me know. If you're not signing up, let me know what's holding you back. Why aren't you making a decision to join? There are 6 cousins on this call with verified roots in Sierra Leone. All right. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's a good experience as well, right? Yeah, right. So we are Mende out of Sierra Leone. Right. There we go. If you all know, if you know, you know, right? All right, but yeah, so lock in your price, $199 down. That is the deposit amount. I am here. I'll give you a few minutes if you have any additional questions for us, but it is pretty straightforward and simple. We've been doing this for a number of years. We have people who are literally on their 3rd and 4th trip with us already. I know Adela just got back from Morocco at the end of last month. That was her 3rd trip, and she's taken her children with her. They've come to Egypt, been to Ghana, and now Morocco. And I know she's interested in Ethiopia and or South Africa. So we're going to see which one she's going to go with next. But this is your opportunity to come on and have this first experience with us there in Ghana. Again, just $199 down to lock in this experience. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Give yourself just a few moments. And then let me bring back up the dates. Take one last look at that. And then you can let me know if there are any of your thoughts, any of your questions that you might have. But again, this year, November 14th through the 22nd, 2025, December 27th through the December 27th through January 4th for 2026 for a New Year's experience, November 17th through the 24th and the 2026, and then December 29th through January 5th, 2026. So you literally, some of these you have like a month, a year and a half away to get this opportunity to lock in and to make those payments. So go ahead and make your decision to come on and join us before all of the slots are taken up. Again, it's just $199 down. If you have any questions, you can always shoot an email to support@sankofaexperiences.com. Let me drop that down there. Support@sankofaexperiences.com. There we go. Make sure that you check that out and join us in Ghana, right? Again, if you have any questions, you can shoot that to Ashley. But if you are on the computer and interested in engaging us on our social network, click that link and come on and join us over on our Sankofa Universe. That's what we call our social network site. But we're continuing to grow and build that platform out. Then, of course, we are on YouTube. So if you are on YouTube as well, please follow us over there. A lot more information coming. I promise I'll tap into some more of our Ghana videos and information, but we definitely appreciate a subscribe over there on YouTube. Ashley said, I am good for now. So I think we are okay. Again, if you have any final questions, you can email support@sankofaexperiences.com. You can click the link to take a look at the offering and the packages, and you can click the link to come on and sign up and lock in your spot. Again, just $199 down. Looking forward to seeing you on the continent. Okay, I just needed the dates to coordinate with my other travel dates. Then in sync. All right, team. All right, I love it. I love it. I love it. What? Okay, you just say you got to get all your dates in order. All right, I understand that. We got a traveler. I love it. We got a man of my own heart. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go see it all. So it's going to be a good experience. Oh, and then I'll tell you, yeah, I've been out with the Qs over there in Ghana, right? They got a chapter there. So definitely when you lock in your date, reach out to them or just let me know. And, Quab is like, he like, Quab gonna come and pull up. So every rip. So it's always good to keep with the Qs over there. So, and I had that experience. All right, December is the go. I may be on that trip. I haven't quite got my travel plans laid out for that part of the year. But yeah, don't be surprised, good brother, if I come walking in. So let's have that experience. All right, Layla, you are welcome. Hey, thank you all of y'all for being here. Hopefully you got the information you needed to make a decision. Talk to your friends, talk to your family. Come on, tell them to come on and join you, but don't wait. Don't wait for them. Tomorrow is not promised. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that we can take advantage of it when it's in front of us and coming to Ghana and expanding the conversation. I like to say that you're going to be pioneers, right? When we go to Africa, we come back alive because everybody's going to say, oh, you be careful over there, man. You better watch yourself over there and all of that. They've never been, which is always wild to me. But when you come back alive, you come back happy, you come back well-fed, you come back illness-free, and talking about sharing your pictures and talking about the experiences and the food, the culture, and the fruit. I mean, the fruit is the whole thing, y'all, because it just tastes way different. They're doing something to the food over here. I don't know what's happening, but it's a stark difference. But you become a pioneer in your family and your friend circle because now others are going to start to be interested as well because you survived. which is wild to me. But it's a beautiful experience. So I'm hoping y'all get an opportunity to share it with us. I appreciate you being with me here tonight. Thank you, Sister Ashley. Ashley is our travel coordinator. She really handles and runs all of this. So when you email, it's going to end up with Ashley. She'll be the one following up with you or getting on the phone with you if necessary, and to answer any additional questions that you might have. So hopefully you got enough information to make a decision to join us in Ghana. So Aquaba, and good night, good people. I appreciate y'all for being here again. Thank you, Sister Ashley. Thank you, Brother Melvin, for giving me that energy, and Layla and all of my people routine. That's what's up. But until next time, good people, love, peace, and power to the people. All right, good night, everybody. Appreciate you. Roo.